Hello, it's Patrick back again with another To Catch a Predator reaction video. And we're going to step away from Lorne for today. I'll probably do other videos on Lorne, like chatlog reviews or recaps or reactions or whatever, or discussion videos about Lorne. But we're going to do a different Predator today. One of my personal favourites. The catchphrase king himself, Anthony Palumbo. And I think there's two layers to TCAP fundamentally. There's the serious issue of online predators, which is the basis of the show, which is the important main message. But there's also a layer of humor and entertainment that we can get out of TCAP, because the characters that do be on it, like this guy right here, as we'll see, and you kind of have to have a laugh in the face of such dark, depressing subject matter. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at Mr. Palumbo here. He's basically like Lorne and him, to me, are like the Rock and Steve Austin of To Catch a Predator. They're the big like memes, the big stars, and they're just full of catchphrases. So without further ado,
he's 46-year-old Anthony Palumbo.
Even the way he walks is funny. I love his accent as well.
And he's brought a gift. We've hired an 18-year-old actor to play the part of the young teen.
Pretty handsome looking fella.
Hey, come on in. Awesome.
All right.
Online in an AOL gay chat room, calling himself "Hi Buddy, What's Up,"
which is a great screen name, by the way. It's like a greeting, but it's a screen name. It's like if I put "Hey, it's Patrick" as my fucking screen name. Even though if you put "Hey, it's Patrick," that's kind of like it has my name in it. Whereas "Hi Buddy, What's Up" is pretty anonymous. It's just kind of like a greeting. It's very strange.
He tells the decoy, who's pretending to be a 14-year-old boy,
okay, this guy's a pretty sick guy,
that he's horny. Then the 46-year-old says, "I want to be tough."
Yeah, so this guy, I haven't seen the whole chat log, but I'm led to believe this guy types in full caps the entire time. So it's like he's just shouting this at the top of his lungs. I want to be top.
Oh, okay.
You want to do it raw?
You want to do it raw? Yeah, these are all catchphrase. He belts them out like there's no tomorrow.
Raw?
Yes.
What's that?
No rubber.
Then no rubber, misspelling. This guy, I think if he didn't go down this dark path, I think he had the potential in entertainment, apart from, of course, or in television, but apart from for this, this appearance.
I was supposed to bear left.
Now he's here, beer in hand, asking the decoy several times to put it in the refrigerator.
Yeah, of course, the classic refrigerator meme, but that was in the refrigerator kind of stuff. That's an awful accent, I'm sorry, an awful impression. Yeah, so basically he's making small talk there with the decoy, I took your directions, I was going veering off left at this place and whatever, blah, 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 blah.
You can put that in the fridge.
Yeah, I'll put it in a little bit.
All right.
He is uneasy. He's like, okay, yeah, right, you'll put that in the fridge in a bit. Yeah, put it in right now.
I'll relax.
He's very nervous, yeah. Well, I'd be nervous too if I was coming to meet someone I didn't know.
I'm nervous too.
Especially if it was a potential romantic or sexual encounter.
My excuse to come here, I went to Atlantic City.
My excuse to come here. Fucking brilliant. Love him.
I don't know what
Put that in the refrigerator.
I think there it goes again with the refrigerator. I think another interesting thing about Palumbo is basically you don't really know much about him aside from his appearance, because with Lorne, like, he's all over the place, and I think in New Jersey you're not required to be like publicly on the registry where everyone can see you, so we don't have updated orso pictures of Palumbo, and we don't really hear much about him. Or about I haven't heard anything personally about him. Maybe there's discussions about him on the forums that I haven't seen.
No, we'll just chill out.
That's it?
All right. We'll see
That's it. He sounds disappointed.
what happens.
See what happens. Okay, yeah. So he's too shy to come out right and say it. Like in the chat, he was all for it. He was like, "You want to do a raw?"
I'm just nervous.
That's all right. You could put that in the refrigerator anytime.
The kid looks like someone I used to know back in school. Yeah, so bit of a tangent. I was at lunch with a few classmates, and they were talking about this Leaving Neverland show, You know, the Michael Jackson stuff. I haven't seen this show or the other show. They were like talking about some Madeleine McCann documentary. The little girl got kidnapped in Portugal. I haven't seen either, but you know, there's discussion about, you know, predators and all this kind of crack. And I mentioned To Catch a Predator. And obviously, I was the only one that heard of it, because you know it never aired in Ireland, and all my classmates that I was talking about at the time are Irish, so they hadn't heard of it. And I kind of just described what it was, and they kind of were like, yeah, but they weren't too interested because, you know, Michael Jackson and Madeleine McCann are obviously way bigger cases than anything that was on TCAP. But there's kind of, I'd say there's probably a room for another show like that in the future. But obviously, the Catch Predator, it's a bit difficult because of the legal issues with the guy in Murphy, Texas, killing himself, and of course Chris Hansen. I don't know if he's on good terms with NBC, but you know, he's kind of having some personal issues at the moment.
Don't get drunk with that.
Don't get drunk with that.
So why'd you need the cover story
Having the little stretch and then, oh, I've been caught. Shit. Defense mode.
to go to Atlantic City?
I'll see my brother. Yeah.
Yeah, but who did you have to give that to as a cover story?
No,
Chris has him sussed out already.
my brother is home, my other brother.
Right.
And I said, I got to go to Atlantic City.
But instead you came here.
I stopped by to go there.
Stop by to go there.
So you like to gamble.
Yeah, I love to gamble.
You took a little bit of a gamble coming here tonight.
No, I just stopped.
That's a great fucking comeback by Chris. He set him up and he just hit it home. And then, I just stopped by. The kind of like exasperated response. You know, he's kind of getting frustrated.
By.
But you said you were nervous when you came in. Why were you so
Yeah,
nervous?
because I was going to Atlantic City and it was dark, and I'm not usually a driver at dark at nighttime.
So the nighttime makes you nervous.
Yeah, driving. I'm not a driver at night.
It's not a drive at night. He doesn't like to drive at night. I suppose that's a fairly, you know, common thing, but I suppose get over it. Like, you know, you're after driving in the dark sometime.
What about visiting a boy who's home alone? Does that make you nervous?
Well, yeah.
yeah, I suppose it does, you know. Incriminating himself so he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Anthony.
I just wanted to just say hi. It was
To say
nothing that,
hi
yeah.
and drop off a package.
Yeah, I had beer.
Have you
I had beer.
been drinking tonight?
No, not at all. You could smell my breath.
That sounds like something like you'd say to a cop, you know, I'm not drunk, you can smell my breath, you know, if you're obviously fucked off your head on drink, but maybe you think, maybe it's like those guys that, like, you know, you might be on a night out and, you know, you eat chewing gum and you think that's got the smell of drink off you, or spray some deodorant or cologne on you, but you still stink of drink. There's no mask in it.
At all.
It's okay, I don't need
But I don't think Palumbo was drinking. He's just kind of a weird, nervous guy.
He tells me several times he thought the boy was 18, but in the chat log, the decoy tells him 2 different times that he's
Boom.
14.
There's the evidence.
How old are you?
39.
And this is brilliant. The 39. Like, when someone asks me my age, I just flat out say 25. Even though sometimes I just turned 25 recently, so sometimes I slip up and I say 24, but, you know. I'm not like, I'm 25. That doesn't happen.
39. You said you were 35 online.
35. 39.
35, 39.
We find out later he's actually 46.
There's something very funny about that situation, that like voiceover then after that.
He says he's unemployed and spends his time caring for his ailing mother.
Okay, yeah.
Then he tries to explain away his graphic sexual...
And I imagine he doesn't have much to do other than surf online if he's just looking after his ailing mother.
chat. You asked him in your chat if he was top or bottom. What does that mean?
Did I ask that? I don't
Did I ask that?
remember
Are
that.
you top or bottom? I'm horny, you say.
I was just fooling around.
Well, if you're just fooling around, then why were you so concerned about knowing whether or not he was a cop?
His eyes just go, oh, shit.
Just joking.
Just joking.
Everything's a joke. Everything's fooling around. He's just kind of, he's got no good. He's all his Atlantic City excuses out. His that brother excuses out. So he's just kind of dropping the old, oh, it's a joke. I was fooling around. Oh, I didn't know kind of excuses.
So what made you decide to come over here and meet a teenage boy after this sexually explicit conversation?
I thought it was like I wanted to hang out with someone, like a friend. Like I thought he was like 18, something like that.
Go to a bar. What a friend. You're talking shite, mate.
It wasn't. I'm not gay or anything.
I'm not gay around that. That's another brilliant line. I suppose maybe 2007 is when this happened ish. No, let's just say mid 2000s. 2007 was the low one, but let's just say mid 2000s. It wouldn't be. It's not like a terrible thing to be gay in the early 2000s, but it still kind of has a stigma. You know, it's not as accepted as it is now. So I guess I could see that as, you know, maybe his parents or his family are a bit conservative or something like that. He's just kind of like trying to bail himself out. Maybe in his mind that's worse than what he's come to do. Maybe in his mind, or to his, like, he's like, oh, if I was meeting a girl instead of a boy, it'd be more acceptable in his, like, you know, mind.
Well, this isn't about.
If you get what I mean. Sorry for stumbling.
Gay
No,
or
I'm
straight.
just saying. I'm straight.
Nobody cares what adults do.
No, I'm just saying.
But when you
I just say.
involve somebody who's 14, that's when
I
it
thought
becomes an
you
issue.
18.
How old are you? You ask. 14. I told you that already. You say K, meaning okay.
I wasn't gonna.
But why do that? What's the motive here? Explain it to me. I don't
No,
understand
you're
it.
right. No, you're right. It's stupid.
It's
no,
an
no.
illegal thing.
Yeah, I know. I did a stupid thing.
Do you ever watch much television?
Going for the sympathy, going, yeah, a bit stupid, you know, it's a stupid thing.
Sometimes, once in a while, not so much of a TV person.
He's on TV, sure. He's Ray Romano.
I'm Chris Hansen, and I work for Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on adults who try to meet kids online.
Oh, and he's like, oh shit.
I
like
wouldn't
you.
want to be.
Oh, too late.
Oh boy.
Hey, you can
Oh boy, indeed.
walk right out the door you came in.
Okay.
And off he goes.
He quickly leaves the house and is startled by the police.
He's like, oh. Run that back just a second. We're nearly there anyway. So little.
He quickly leaves the house
Here it comes.
and is startled by the
His
police.
little. He's startled. And the cops get him. And that's Anthony Palumbo in a nutshell. I think this is a bit of a shorter video than my Lorne one, because the Lorne footage is a lot longer, because this is the cut down NBC footage that was aired on To Catch a Predator. So yeah, that's Anthony Palumbo, and should be back next week, or maybe I'll get some more extra time to record because I'll be on Easter break soon. So hopefully I'll be able to pump out more videos about Lorne, about all the other predators. I like trying to still find a format or a schedule, I suppose, for the lack of a better term, for the channel. I was thinking earlier in the day that I might do one Lorne, one non-Lorne, one Lorne, one non-Lorne, and alternate it like that. But we'll see what happens. Alright, so thanks for watching, and leave a comment or a like or a subscribe or anything you want if you want to do that. Yeah, bye.